Landrew is Executive Director of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Rob Jones, President of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
Guess what?
Talk to me. What do we have?
We have a mystery guest with us this morning, and I'm super excited. Well, first of all, let's introduce Scott Allen with the Webster County Health Department.
Well, a lot of people would argue that I'm kind of a mystery myself.
Well,
so there's
I wasn't going to go there.
And I do want to start out by making sure everybody knows there's no truth to the rumor that Rob and Rachel are my children.
Absolutely not.
So no truth.
I'm probably older than you.
No,
Close.
At any rate, so I am really excited that with me today and visiting Marshfield is Spring Schmidt, and Spring is the executive director of the Missouri Public Health Institute, and just a legend in certainly in Missouri and across the country in the world of public health. So we're really fortunate to have her with us today in Marshfield.
Yes, absolutely. We will delve more into the health department and to Spring, learn a little bit more about you and your background. But first, let's jump into our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we don't have a show. So thank you to Marshfield Chevrolet, Whispering Oaks Golf Course, and Las Casuelas for sponsoring our show. We're super thankful for you. So let's get right into it.
All right.
We've got a lot coming up.
Let's do. Let's just start off with talking about our business planning workshop. How's that?
Yes.
Jump into that.
I think we have about 5 signed up so far.
Good.
So
we're really just getting started.
Yes. So if you would like to join us on Saturday, November 1st for a business planning workshop, Rob, do you want to just talk a little bit about that?
Sure. It's going to be 3 hours. Basically, what we're going to do is go through the basics of how you set up and do a business plan. So we're going to start off with first do some introspective looks, look at your company, strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, threats, SWOT analysis.
Yes.
We're going to talk about goal setting. And then we're going to use all that as a foundation to set up your business plan for the next year.
Perfect. And the best part about this whole process is it's free for chamber members. So chamber members, this would be an excellent opportunity for you to grow your business.
Right. At least get a plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because what do they say? 90% of the businesses fail in the first 5
That's
years.
right. Because they fail to plan.
Yeah. Go ahead and say it. If you fail to plan,
You're planning to fail.
You're planning to fail. I can get it up here. I just can't get it out.
Yep.
All right. So that will be on the 1st. It'll be 3 hours. So it'll be kind of rushed.
Yeah.
But what you'll come away with a booklet that'll help you guide you through this. It's one written by a really handsome guy, Scott knows. Me.
Well.
And then what happens, it has templates in it. So you go through and you fill out all these templates. So you have the instruction, you have templates. So even when you get out of the class, you'll be able to go through and do this. So,
well, and also too, they will always have you to reach out to going forward for questions. How do I do this, or what do you recommend?
Right.
Which I think in itself is very valuable.
And so we're going to start pushing that pretty hard here.
Yep.
We want to get people signed up by the 24th. I think it is.
Yes. We've got a few more spots to fill. So if you're interested, just reach out to me at the chamber.
All right. Let's talk about right into annual meeting. How's that? We'll keep this moving.
That's right. The annual meeting is a little more than 2 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't had a chance to get your tickets for the annual meeting, that link to do so will be in the description box. You can get those. And award season is upon us. Mm-hmm. If you haven't had a chance to cast your vote, the link for that will be in the description box for all of our chamber members. You have until noon tomorrow to get those votes cast. So
hustle and get those in.
Yeah.
And again, the actual meeting is on the 28th.
28th of October
at 5 o'clock.
Yes. At the barn at Walnut Creek.
Right. Which we love working with those people.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
So easy to work with.
All right. Hey, let's talk real quick. We've had several ribbon cuttings.
We've had 3 of them so far this week. We still have one more to go.
That's right.
So last Saturday, who are we starting with? Abacus?
We go any order?
Oh, that's Marshfield Care Center. Care Center. We went out there on Tuesday. That was a fantastic ribbon cutting.
Yes, they've been doing a lot of work.
Yes.
New ownership here lately for Marshfield Care Center.
Yes.
And they've done a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
New rooms that they're doing. So
and I think we're going to try to go do bingo there.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, they have bingo. And
I'll have to drag you out because you're old. They might try to keep you.
Scott, Rachel's trying. Are you here to pick out a room?
I was just wondering if you were there, kind of preemptively striking, figuring, well, this is a really nice one. I'd have a great neighbor.
Well, we did. Well, no, it was a private room. How's that? So
Oh my goodness!
we have my room selected. Now it's just waiting for me to get there.
Yes,
They have it all ready for him.
perfect.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, please, Ryan, and get me out of this mess. Let's move on from the ribbon cups and bring it back.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we need to go to a commercial break real quick?
Yeah, let's do a quick break.
All right.
All right.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
Yeah.
A little bit about ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're back, and we'll work through that difficulty, so that's no problem. We'll
That's right.
just keep right on hustling along here. So, Spring,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you got to know Scott, of all people.
So I am a public health professional. I've been doing this for about 20 years at this point, mostly in the St. Louis area. I was in several positions, but became the administrator for the St. Louis County Health Department for several years, and had the opportunity to come to like a small membership association that was working to support health departments from across the state. It was called the Missouri Center for Public Health Excellence. We began to grow, really reaching out and traveling across the state, learning more about what people were doing in the various parts of Missouri in their communities for public health. I love public health people. I love what they do. I really love like meeting them in their communities. I got a call out of the blue from Scott Allen one day and
your
said,
life's never been
Funny how that goes, isn't
Never
it?
been said. He said, I've heard about you. People have been telling me like that I need to meet you and find out what you're doing. So we're going to set up a time, and I want you to talk to me and tell me about what this is. And so we did. We met and talked. And no,
I would.
yeah, I've seen things. So it was just wonderful. And public health, I think, is especially for our health departments. Like sometimes we talk about public health as this big, large thing, and it has lots of people. But I'm very focused on these government agencies who are doing public service for their citizens in their community. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was the first person ever in the state of Missouri who was like a full-time representative and support and advocate for our public health departments.
Really?
Yeah. They've had part-time and volunteer and like retired folks who were trying to lift that up. And I think they've done a wonderful job, but it takes somebody who's dedicated to advocating for them in the legislature, advocating for them with the state, asking them like what issues are that we could be supporting for them when they say, I'd like to see some training on this. And we help figure out how to make that happen. Or they say, we just did this really amazing thing in our community and we figure out how to tell everybody else that that's what they did. And so really lifting up like what's happening in our health departments and answering some of the needs that they have and advocating for them in the way that others do in the state legislature, in the community, in the media. And I deeply love it.
So
We
awesome.
really appreciate the fact you took the time to come
Yes,
down here and join us.
absolutely.
How's that? We're famous
Absolutely.
now, aren't we?
You are. Yeah, and Rob, and being in business development and Rachel shepherding the chamber, you understand the importance of building relationships.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that has been my saving grace in shepherding the health department. And to that end, I got a call from Spring one day. I think I was driving through Springfield, and I pulled over, and she said, "Well, I want to talk to you about an opportunity." And just that conversation, and someone looking out for little old Webster County has led to us being able to bring in well over $1 million in grant funds for just one program.
Wonderful.
That's supporting the county that now is leading to an actual full-time community navigator for Webster County. So, I mean, when you look at, and again, Rob, you know more than anybody, it's all about building those relationships, right? And knowing who to talk to, and that information flows back and forth. And then great things come out of that, having those relationships with great people.
Well, that's how you got us fast docs.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, there's the foundation for it right there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about making it happen.
We're talking about planning to fail and failing to plan.
You were, and kind of the elephant in the room right now with everything going on at the federal level, and we're getting into flu season, COVID season, and there's vaccines. So on the planning side, certainly vaccination is an excellent tool to use to keep yourself from getting sick. But what happens when a large population hasn't been vaccinated or is exposed and all of a sudden decides that they want to be vaccinated all at the same time? So we're a mighty health department, but we're mighty small too. So we have 15 people. That's our entire staff. So imagine if 150 or 300 or 450 or 500 people all decided at one time they wanted to get measles vaccine because there was an outbreak in a school or something.
Right.
So how do you prepare for something like that? So that's exactly what happened last week when 14 of us across Southwest Missouri, 150 people got together at the Lawrence County Health Department in Mount Vernon and did what's called a mass vaccination exercise, or essentially a practice on if we had to vaccinate several hundred people all at once, could we make that happen? Could we get together enough nurses, enough clerical staff, enough support staff? Who's going to serve as the public information officer when the media shows up, right? All of those things. And we exercise all of that in a day so that in Southwest Missouri, we can be ready for that next, whatever it is. So
And that's crucial when something does happen, that you're prepared for it.
Absolutely. And there's that old saying about an ounce of prevention being worth a pound of cure. And that prevention piece is important on the preparedness side, and then it's also important on the vaccination side. And to that end, it is flu season. We're getting into COVID season. COVID hasn't gone away. There's some immunity that folks have because of being vaccinated. The different variants are morphing more rapidly than anybody can keep track of them. And truth of the matter is that we really don't, other than what are called congregate care or congregate settings. So if there's an outbreak in a school, if there's an outbreak in a skilled nursing facility, in a prison facility, those are the things that we're really tracking. So it's just all over the place. And so kind of two things. One is that the health department has vaccine available. If you're not sure if you need it, if you don't have a provider that you can talk to, if you want to talk to someone you can trust, come down and talk to one of our nurses, and we're happy to have that conversation with you. It may be right for you, it may not be right for you, but we'll give you the best information that we have. The other thing is that, and I think this is a good thing for Spring to maybe talk about, because they did a survey on in the world of governmental agencies, in the world of health organizations, who do people really trust? Who do they look to? And a lot of times that finger points right to local public health departments.
Yeah. We started this early this year in February, and there's a lot of news and stuff that comes out sometimes. You'll be like, no one trusts the health departments anymore, or like people don't trust public health, or we're worried about what the federal government is saying, or I have questions. And we kind of took a look at each other and said, we'd rather ask Missourians like what they actually think about this. So we pulled some funding together and we did a statewide poll. And we oversampled in rural areas. We wanted to make sure that we were really reaching people in local communities across the state. So we got a full round, a representative sample of Missourians to participate in this. And over 60% of them said that they had had a service at their local health department. Those that had a service at their health department, 71% of them said that they really trust the information that the service that they had at the health department. 83% of Missourians said that they felt like their health department gave them unbiased and accurate information.
Local health department, right?
Oh, there was a very big difference. I think that local touch makes all the difference. So they liked their local health departments more than anybody else, except for firefighters who are cooler.
Absolutely. Well, and also Scott, you and the other people at the health department, we see you on a regular basis.
That's right.
We will run into you at the grocery store. You live in our community, and you're not going to give us information knowing that it's bad, because you still have to see us eye to eye.
Our kids are playing sports together. They're in class together.
Yes.
I mean, and we have to, when something does happen, right? When there's a death in the community, when there's a birth in the community, we're part of those celebrations or remembrances.
Yes.
Just like everybody else.
Yes. You're one of us.
So then let's talk then a little bit about the flu shots and all that. I know, like you were talking about, every year it changes.
Yes.
Which I was kind of amazing to me. I really didn't realize that for a long time, that it's not the same thing year in, year out. Yeah.
Well, and recommendations are always changing. And our nursing team stays on top of that sort of thing. So one thing I do need to mention, Rob, when you hit a certain age, there's this thing called high dose flu vaccine that you and I are both going to be in line for this year. So it is important to make sure that you two will be there someday.
You better hope.
But it is important to make sure and to know that you're getting the right thing, the right dose at the right time for the right patient. We call those patient rights. And those are things that our nursing team can help walk you through, or that your provider can help walk you through. You mentioned the urgent care. If you don't have a provider, they can see you and then get you connected with a primary care provider. There's all sorts of different ways to do this, but the important thing is to get good information for you.
Yes, absolutely.
I think the goal is very much to have a conversation. Ask questions. I actually think that's wonderful.
Right.
Yes.
When people in the community say, tell me more about what you know about this vaccine. Like, are there risks? Let's talk about them. And all vaccines aren't the same. Like, let's talk about what the difference is between the flu vaccine and the COVID vaccine, or something else that you might receive. It's important to ask those questions if you want to, but it's also important to ask them of somebody that you think is going to give you like
straight up answers.
An unbiased answer.
Yes.
It's not about telling you what to do. It's about how do I have a conversation so that I can make a decision that is right for my health? I ask questions of my doctor or of other professionals about whether is this right for me, for what you know about me and my health. Okay. I would like to be protected. That's a choice I'm making.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, and I found I have two granddaughters that were born in October and December. And before they're both born, their doctors are telling the parents, hey, go have the grandparents go get flu shots right now. It's critical that that happened.
It is.
And so those are the kinds of things I never would have thought of.
Yeah.
Did you get the flu shot before your granddaughters were born? Okay.
I've been getting the flu shot since 1984.
Oh, I was only 5 at that time.
Good
Never
man.
had the flu
Good man,
since
yeah.
1984. How's that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
So then you talk to the other people, and that's not the case.
Right.
But yeah, I've been very fortunate.
Well, and vaccines, while in a lot of folks, they really are good at preventing something from happening. I mean, with any medicine, there's always a risk. Again, better reason to let us take a look at who you are as an individual and then help guide you towards that decision making. And then the other thing is that even if you do wind up getting sick, if you do wind up getting the flu, generally speaking, there's a much lower or a much easier run of the disease as you're dealing with it.
And the same is true of COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is. And I think there's that individual part of it, but there's also community matters. And so in the same reason that you want your grandparents to be vaccinated before they interact with your baby, we're talking about people who are, like, in our community who are vulnerable. Someone might be, certainly babies are more vulnerable. People of certain age or people with certain conditions might be more vulnerable. And we want to protect them too. And so there are people in our family.
Yeah, we're getting that age thing again.
Oh, yeah.
You're obviously like a very healthy person, but it's great to be thinking about like others in our community. Like, you don't want to be the person who like accidentally like gives the flu to your parents or your grandparents, or, you know, someone who's experiencing some other like condition that makes them a little more vulnerable.
Right.
Like I wouldn't want to be in that position either.
So what else do we need to know before we wrap up here?
You know, I do want to talk a little bit about, because I'm really excited about this new program that we have that it's called Community Cares Grant, and it enabled us to move one of our nurses into a community navigator position. And you know, I think the best way to summarize this, right, is that there are a lot of services available in Webster County. And the deeper we dig, the more we realize that Webster County really has a lot to offer our residents. And to that end, a little cheap and shameless plug for our resource app, right? Which a lot of folks have already downloaded. Just go to Apple or Google Play Store and search for Webster County Resource, and you can find that app. But it's a great tool, and it's a great resource, if you will, for anybody looking for anything health, social health, behavioral health services wise. So this is taking that to that next step, and that's what that grant has provided it for us. So we'll have a community navigator, and actually two folks working under that grant, and be able to spend time with families, really getting them connected to services that they need. And you know, Laura on our team and I met with the Ministerial Association the other day, and we talked about the great work that they do, and that if someone needs help with lighting assistance or the electrical assistance, they can go talk to their church, they can talk to the Ministerial Alliance. But in a lot of ways, what's happening is that we're giving a man a fish, right? And what our goal is with this navigator is teaching a man how to fish, right? Mm-hmm. Then you feed him for a lifetime. So it's a matter of how can we help realize kind of, so when Rob comes to his pastor, I'm his pastor, he comes to me and says, you know, I'm having problems with food this month. Can you help me out? So that's the tip of the iceberg, right? Mm-hmm. So what we don't see is the fact that Rob is underemployed, or Rob, maybe his car broke down, and really the problem isn't food, it's being able to get to work reliably. Right? And everybody falls on hard times. So it's a matter of finally having someone to kind of help coordinate folks and be able to get the resources together that a family needs to help them thrive in Webster County.
Well, and this is resonating across the state. Like, people are listening to Scott and what the Webster County Health Unit is doing, what Webster County is investing in for like the health of its citizens. And so, you know, I pay attention, I lift that up. Like, we share stories and opportunities. We've been doing visits with the state. We've been doing visits with our like state representatives and legislators, and just telling and celebrating the stories. And Webster County's moving and shaking. Like,
that's awesome.
What's happening across the state, and people are looking to Scott and this unit as an example.
That's awesome.
Well, and we all kid around, but we are very, very fortunate to have Scott and our community group, our whole center there, because they've done a great job. Fast Stock being the classic case in my mind.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yes. And to that end, we should probably mention that Fast Stock is up. Fast Stock is running. They're just in back of Taco Bell on the Spur. and seeing patients 12 hours or 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And they're keeping busy, and they're providing a
I was
great
going to
service.
say,
Yeah.
and I've heard excellent reviews.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Their providers are
Yes.
top notch. They're taking care of things, and more importantly, they're keeping Webster County residents in Webster County. We're keeping Webster County resources, so we're not tying up a lot of time
Right.
ambulances transporting people out of the county, and then someone's grandmother has a heart attack, and you're having to wait for an ambulance from
Right.
Springfield.
Yes.
It's just been a godsend.
Yep.
Absolutely. We
All right.
better head to a commercial real quick because I think Ryan's going to have a heart attack.
And again, thank you so much,
Yes.
Spring. Scott, always.
Oh, our pleasure.
We'll, I'm
We'll
sure
have
be
you back.
again.
Oh,
Yes.
that'd be wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Ryan.
Welcome to Whispering Oaks Golf Course, located in Marshfield, Missouri, alongside historic Route 66. From the clubhouse to the grounds and to the course, our members and the community take pride in this wonderful course. So when you are ready to tee it up and play some golf, come make Whispering Oaks your golf course destination. You will be glad you came, and as always, have a great day.
Absolutely.
All right, and we're back. And
That was really good.
love having Scott
Yes.
on. Everything he does,
Yes.
and
He's-
always brings great people with him. All right, let's cut through to our ribbon cuttings now. How's that?
Perfect.
And let's talk about that. Let's
So Saturday morning, we had the ribbon cutting for the VFW here in Marshfield, and that was a super fun one. They just completed the renovation of their kitchen
Yes.
and their office space. That was just super fun. It was just a good ribbon
kind
cutting.
of a grand reopening.
Yeah, and I got to visit with some of them, so that was fun. And then Monday,
Abacus.
Abacus was on Monday. That was a lot of fun too.
And those of you that don't know Abacus CPA firm, and it's actually Springfield based, but they have 2 offices in Springfield,
Mhm.
1 in Branson, about 150 staff.
Yeah. But they have roots in Marshfield.
Yes.
Yes, some of their
that's the beauty.
employees live in Marshfield. So if your business is looking for a new accounting firm, or maybe you're currently doing your own taxes and bookkeeping and you're just needing some help, I would definitely recommend reaching out to Abacus and seeing if it might be a good fit for you.
Oh yeah, because the amount of service they provide was
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
The
And we
whole
got a
realm.
tour of their offices.
Yeah.
I was blown away.
Me too.
I was thoroughly
didn't know it was that
impressed. Yes.
big. Okay, let's move right along. So here's our Marshfield Care Center.
Yes. Yes. Again, that was a super fun one on Tuesday as well.
And really enjoyed that.
Yes.
Great people, new
Yeah,
ownership.
absolutely.
Looking for great things from Marshfield Care Center.
Yeah. Do we have the one for creative counseling tomorrow? Yes. So we do have another one tomorrow. So if your schedule will allow, join us tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Yes, 10 o'clock. I couldn't see it. At Creative Counseling of the Ozarks. That place is in the Taco Bell Shopping Center, just a few doors down from Fast Docs.
Right.
So
right.
join us there tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. If you can't make it at 10 o'clock, she's going to have open house from 10 to 5 tomorrow. So stop by and see her. That'd be awesome. All
But
right.
a couple of things rather than throw the flyers up, we'll just talk to them real fast. How's that? That'll make it easy.
So-
the CBCO.
Yeah, CBCO,
Blood
is that
drive.
next week? I think it might be next week.
It's Thursday.
Is it next Thursday? The 16th. So that's next Thursday. If you're able to, Rob, did you know that I signed us up to give blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't for sure if I told you.
No, I got my notification
Good.
right away from
Good,
CBCO.
good, good.
They're great.
One thing that I really would like to cover is our networking event next Wednesday, because we are coming upon that. It's next Wednesday. If you haven't had a chance to sign up for that just yet, I will have the link in the description box. So join us. It will be a fun one. I'm excited
It's
to
gonna
see
be
the
different.
horses.
Yes.
It'll be a lot of
at the
fun.
BFER.
Yes.
How's that?
And again, we will have Scott joining us.
Right.
And I think he's going to cover.
Well, we're going to talk about some of the stuff we talked about today. And also, we've asked him to also do the Narcan.
That's what
training
I thought. Yes.
It's been about 18 months since we've done that.
Yeah.
So that's probably been our most enjoyable
Yes. It was a lot of fun.
we've had.
Yes.
All right. And then the Safe Harbor fundraiser.
That's Saturday. That's Saturday. Right. That's coming up very quickly. So if you get a chance, come on over to Safe Harbor on Saturday from 4 to 7 for a fish fry.
And if you don't want dinner there, you can go over to
the senior center. Yes. And that's a good thing. You can
we'll talk about the Knights of Columbus. How's that?
Oh yeah.
So
there's just a lot. Yeah. He's just flying through these.
Oh, that's right.
Knights of Columbus is tomorrow evening for a fish fry. So you can eat fish and spaghetti all weekend.
All weekend long. That's right.
All right. I know we're flying through these. Yeah. Is there anything we missed?
Zimmerman's.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad you mentioned that.
It's deer season now.
It is.
And so
I've got to find
for what we have with the hunters out there, right?
I think you
have meat processing that they'll do.
Antler.
They have special pricings going on right now. And also you can get this on our stuff as well.
Early antlerless season starts tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And they will do the processing for you. Yes. And I've had Zimmerman's meats before. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's wonderful.
And again, just good people.
Oh, yeah.
Isaac's great to deal with.
He is phenomenal.
The fundraiser Saturday, so if you don't want fish, you can go over and have spaghetti instead.
What do you mean? Just go and just do both.
There you go. Be full for the rest of the week here.
And then go on to the other one. So, yeah. All right. If you are ready to join the Marshfield Chamber, we are growing and loving it. So if you're ready to join the chamber, or if you have questions, I'll have the link to join as well as an email address to reach me if you have questions. We'd love to have you join me.
And try to get 4 more.
That's right.
ribbon cuttings next week.
That's right. So if you have missed an episode of Good Morning Marshfield, or if you'd like to look back and see a prior episode, I'll have that link in the description box as well. Did we do it?
How about our sponsors? One last time.
Yes, we can. Oh, my goodness. A huge thank you to Marshfield Chevrolet, Las Casuelas, as well as Whispering Oaks Golf Course. Hey, one more thing. Have you seen Thankful Thursday today?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that was a fun one. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We will see you next week right back here. Bye.